Into the crack house. Into the crack house. Into the crack house. Into the crack house. Into the crack house.
Cool. Welcome to Minisode. Welcome to Minisode 4. I am your host, Fritz, joined as always by co-host Mandaddy.
Hi.
Kaz.
Hey.
And we got Nick Spry.
Sup?
Have you guys seen this new app that will send you your very own horror story?
What?
Yep.
Like one's taking? Oh, great. Already we're being replaced by robots.
About you?
Well, I'm not too sure. Allow me to elaborate. It's an app called Hooked, so you can download it right now. And so far, millions of millennials are reading 6-minute horror stories told entirely in the form of text messages.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I have heard of this.
So far, it's been downloaded. This app, Hooked, has been downloaded 20 million times. And how much money in millions do you think it's generated?
30.
40.
30, 40? Kaz, what do you think?
25.
6.5. Kaz gets that one.
Oh.
You want a houseboat?
Let's see if I'm just going to go ahead and install it into my phone right now and
More
see
of a
what all of
canoe
this is.
with a pup tent.
Could have done this in pre-show, I guess.
He said
Threw a pillow in
it's
it, too.
5.79 megabytes.
It's just HOOKED.
Yep, HOOKED, and basically it'll send you horror messages, text messages, and it will, I guess as you're reading it, because a lot of people, like, that's how the millennials, the younger generation, are reading things. It's on phones. It's not through books and pamphlets anymore, obviously.
Aren't you almost a millennial?
Check it out if you want to. But yeah, that's Hooked. So download it and start reading creepy horror stories.
Interesting.
Cool.
Nick Spry,
Yeah.
do you have a spooky word replacement of the day?
So going into our lexicon of spooky words, I was going across several different words, and then the site Grammarphobia popped up. This is a site run by Patricia T. O'Connor and Stuart Kellerman.
Can you spell it?
Grammarphobia. Jam it up. One word. GRAMMARPHOBIA. Grammarphobia.com. So there was a conversation up there about how the word terror evolved into the word terrific. Yes, almost opposite meanings nowadays. But when you're thinking about the etymology, you also have to think about the word maybe horrible or horrible, as one of my acting teachers would always say.
Horrible.
It's not horrible. It's horrible.
Horrible.
Yes. So these two words, they have their roots in Greek and Latin. Like the word horrible and horror comes from a GHERS or GHRS European base, Indo-European base, which meant to become stiff. To be struck stiff with horror. And the
Scared
terms
stiff.
terrible and terror come from also an Indo-European base of TERS and TRES, which means to shake.
And tremble.
Just shake the hell out of it.
Yeah. And so there were the Latin verbs horrere, which meant to bristle with fear. There was the Latin
Bristle
verb
with fear.
Bristle with fear.
terrere, to fill with fear. And then these went on through Old French, Middle French, Anglo-Norman, Modern French, and evolved eventually into the early meanings that we knew them by, specifically with the word terrific. The earliest citation of the use of the word terrific was in Paradise Lost by Milton.
Really?
Oh, yeah, Milton.
Yes. So
That's also where pandemonium comes from.
middle late
Love that word.
I love it too.
17th century, around 1667. He would describe the serpent in paradise, quote, as quote, with brazen eyes and a hairy mane, terrific, as in inspiring terror.
Oh.
It's only funny because we use it so obtusely nowadays.
Jason was terrific.
Yeah, it's just, if you don't like the word, just wait a couple hundred years and change it.
Yeah, well, even less than a century later, I'm quoting the site right now. It says that terrific took on a weekend sense of great size or intensity, excessive, very severe. But then,
His pain was terrific.
Right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
terrifying. Oh, my God, that all
That
makes
works
sense
into
now.
it, yeah.
Yep.
But
His
then,
pain was terrific. It's just a great statement. No, it wasn't. I had the pain. It wasn't terrific at all.
so basically, in a little less than 200 years, in 1871, the evolution of the term terrific started changing from being terrifying into sort of astoundingly good or great.
Oh, good.
Which is really funny if you think
God.
about it when you see the original meaning and you see like maybe kids when they're doing a good job and a teacher hands them a sticker that says "You're terrific," and just walking around and you inspire terror, you scare the hell out of everyone.
You make people bristle
know.
with fear.
Yes,
with your prowess at schoolwork,
Yes,
like
you-
your scholastic prowess.
your mind blades are
Right.
so sharp right now. Everyone's
It's just-
quaking in their boots.
exactly.
You are a
Literally
soldier
bristling.
of arithmetic. The blood of imaginary numbers now stain your hands.
If it was scratch and sniff, what would it smell like? What would
Terror.
Terror. It just,
Yeah.
that's a good cologne to wear at night. I don't know why the girls aren't talking to me. I've been spraying terror all over myself.
He's terrific.
Do you
I
need
guess it'd smell like Axe body spray then. That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
terror?
pretty much the same thing, yeah.
Axe body spray. If you're listening, send the check to Mooncast Troop.
And that is our spooky word discussion of the week.
Excellent. Very
Nice.
nicely done. Very nicely done.
Well, last week talked about how two reality stars from the UK claimed that they were, shall we say, fondled by ghosts inappropriately.
Yes,
Yes.
I believe you said like penetrated.
Yes, penetrated.
You said the word penetrated multiple times.
Totally,
Many
times. It just seemed appropriate.
To an
On and
uncomfortable
off
degree.
mic.
I just walked in saying penetrated. I
Many
just talked
times.
about penetration. Now, it's happening here in the United States as well, because Los Angeles Lakers star Metta World Peace, yes, that's
yeah.
his name now, Metta World Peace, says
was
that
Ron-
he was
Ron
a...
Ron
Artest,
Artest. I was going to
yeah.
ask what the real name was. Yeah, Ron Artest.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, his
sorry.
real name is Metta
Metta
World
World
Peace.
Sorry, please don't choke me, Metta World Peace.
Well, recently he was at the Skirvin Hilton Hotel playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, and there's been talk that the 10th floor has been haunted for a long time, and that was the floor that they happen to be staying on.
Really?
And, well, he claims that, quote, "There were ghosts all over me. I just accepted it. They touched me all over the place. I'm taking one of these ghosts to court for touching me in the wrong places."
Jeez.
So, yeah, he was joking, but then he was actually saying that he was serious, but he didn't run away because, quote, "I was watching a good movie and I was tired and I didn't want to move." So,
Wow,
yeah,
right
this
on.
movie's really good. These ghosts are kind of getting all up on me. I'm good. You know, I'm just comfy. Not gonna get up and get out of here.
I
Seance
wonder.
and chill.
Yeah, seance and chill is perfect. We haven't only recently heard of that story. I think, Mandaddy, you had like 3 weeks ago with that story of the reality TV. I think it was called the Jump.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Jump 2017.
that's right.
Yeah.
And the two reality stars from that show said that an entity touched them while they were staying in a hotel.
Yeah. And so I guess
And this is Metta World Peace.
yeah, I guess we figured out that ghosts only want to fuck celebrities.
I smell an MTV teen show.
Oh man, that's
My
not a
ghost
bad-
boyfriend. Should I go all the way? I don't know. It just feels so right.
So just to let you know that if you get to a certain level of fame, if you're lucky, a ghost will try to fuck you.
Very nicely done, Mandaddy. Thank you.
Nice. All right, good to know.
I've already gotten dragged around by aliens, so this seems like
Or
a much
whatever
better
they
way.
were. They
Yeah,
could
they
be
were
ghosts.
something.
Yeah, I guess it could have been.
Kaz, do you have
Instances
anything
of mine.
entertaining to tell us in the news?
So a couple things. Do you guys know who Flying Lotus is?
Yes.
No, I do
they're
not.
Great.
He's a dude who does a electronic ambient I don't know what you would call it, chill out music, but it's really good, and it's
Down tempo.
almost like psychedelic-y kind of, but like
Study and chill.
cool. It's cool. If you've
it's
never
like
heard of
psych
Flying
rock,
Lotus,
but
yeah,
one guy.
right.
Cool.
If you've never heard of Flying Lotus, is really good. But he released a horror movie called Kuso, and he got together with a bunch of other people. Thundercat being one of his main collaborators, the guy who plays that like what is it like
He's a
8-string bass or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, like a couple of other people. Tim
How do you
Hyde-
spell it?
Kuso, Kuso. If you haven't seen the trailer for it yet, look it up because it is fucked up. Like,
Really?
It is,
Really?
yeah. It's a lot of people were describing it as a gross out movie, but it looks from the trailer. He hasn't actually released it yet. This is part of the news. It looks very psychedelic, very cool, kind of almost like low budget psychedelic, but like Tim Heidecker's in it, George Clinton's in it. There's a bunch of big names in it, but it's kind of a indie low budget horror movie. And, it just got picked up by Shudder, which is a horror movie kind of a Netflix for horror movies.
Okay.
So, if you can catch that on Shudder, I believe he's also releasing it on iTunes and other platforms like that, so you can buy it there. But from the trailer, it looks really cool, so I'm excited to check it out. I'll have a review for it once I do.
Word.
So there's that, and I'm excited. We're all excited about that. And also, Neil Blomkamp is doing a
Who the hell is Neil Blomkamp?
the guy who did District 9.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
South African.
Yeah, the sequel to District 9 is coming out. He's going to be releasing
District 10.
that. Yeah, I don't know what else going to be called yet, but
What's the date?
no date released. Just basically that he's working on it.
That movie needed a sequel.
District 9 was so good.
It set up a whole nice little universe to work within.
I loved it.
D'Antwoord.
I have
No, that
not
was
seen
Chappie.
it.
That's Chappie.
Oh, damn it.
I never
guy,
saw
though, right? Didn't he do that one
Yeah,
too?
same guy. I never watched Chappie though. I got warned off of Chappie.
It's interesting. I mean, I'd give it a second watch.
Not a
but,
D'Antwoord fan.
Didn't hate. Oh, I love D'Antwoord.
Oh, God.
A lot of their new album I didn't love.
You would.
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I'm not talking about the episode. I mean, just in general, asshole.
That's about it. Yeah. That's all I got.
That's awesome. You were telling us about the video game Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Can we have a little Kaz video game review?
Oh, sure we can. Yeah. Okay. So I've actually been playing it a lot, and
PC?
No, on PS4.
Okay.
I fucking dig it, man. I like it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the controls are a little bit wonky, but it's exactly what we were talking about in that the wonkiness adds to the fear of the game because you're like fucking accidentally like opening doors and doing shit that you're not supposed to, kind of in your fear of like getting chased by Jason, and it's a lot of fun.
Have you played as Jason
yes,
yet?
a few times.
Okay,
And
so for people who don't know, Friday the 13th, right? Is that what it's called?
yeah, Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, it's a playable game. You can download it if you have like one of those smart computers that you can play games on.
Right. So it's PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. And the premise is basically it's an 8-player online multiplayer game, and one person is Jason. 7 other people are the counselors, and they give you this big open map. And Jason basically chases the counselors all over the map, and his goal is to kill them all, and their goal is to escape.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
as the counselor, you have to kind of loot the different cabins to find, so every escape is a build. You have to put the battery in the car, put the gas in the car, find the keys, and then you can get out in the car. Or the same thing with the boat. So as Jason's chasing you around, he's got a bunch of different powers, and it was really cool. A couple of different situations where the kids got in the car. They had 4 people in the car.
And you were Jason?
And I was Jason.
Oh, that's awesome.
He has the ability to pull up the map, and when you pull up the map, you can see where the car is going, so you can warp to a place in front of where the car is going.
How that is awesome.
Right. So I warped in front of the car, and it was perfect, the perfect experience because all of you could hear the kids on the mic, and all of them were like 12, 13-year-old, like, and they were screaming their heads off, like, he's fucking in front of us! Yes! And when they run into you as Jason, he slams on the hood of the car, and it stops the car, and they're screaming. 2 of them immediately get out. I wrench the driver out of the driver's seat, like choke him to death right there. The other ones are running away. It's fantastic.
Oh, that sounds like way too much fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
I need to bring it over. We can do like a cast play night of it.
Oh, that
would be amazing.
That sounds like, and so you can do it local too?
No, it's only multiplayer, but we'd be able to play other people.
We should order pizza, buy some Mountain Dew, and have an old-fashioned 1996 LAN party.
Hell yeah.
Get your geek on.
Yep.
I'm in.
So how obviously a lot of people probably downloaded this
pretty
game.
popular.
Is it easy to get on? Is it easy to connect to?
So they were having some network issues. They released a patch actually today. I've been playing it enough that I know that.
Cool.
This morning they released something, so it did make it a little bit easier to get in a game. And
it's only been a week, 2 weeks,
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was an indie game. They had to get the money on Kickstarter.
Right.
It's not like a professional game studio or whatever. This is like a team of people who are really into the idea. So it's a lot of fun, man. It got some pretty crap reviews, but basically. The core mechanic is fun enough to drag through the other stuff.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Exactly.
Is what you're saying.
Awesome.
All right, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. How would you compare it to something like Left 4 Dead? Left 4 Dead
way better than Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that was all just cooperative.
Right, Left 4
stuff
Dead's
to
like
action.
horde mode and everybody's like shooting stuff. Like this is more like complete fear-inducing. Like there's no cool soundtrack or points or anything. This is just you not getting killed is your goal, to not see your character being mutilated by Jason. And
Wow.
Yeah, there's no like point system or whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is it unlike Before Dawn? Because that's kind of like one of those.
I didn't play
games,
that one.
Yeah, where it's got like Hayden Panettiere and it's got the guy who's in Mr. Robot.
No, I didn't.
Rami
play that.
Malek.
Yeah, Rami Malek's in it, and it's cool. Like you are playing these actors, but it's like one of those things where it's just slow moving. This seems like it's like wham bam, you're going to either be killed or
Exactly.
die or
It happens
kill.
immediately. Yeah, like the first
awesome.
couple times I was playing, it was just warping right into the middle of the kids, and they just scatter screaming, and it just gets
That
going right away.
And be able to hear their actual screams.
That's the
just
best
sounds
part.
Like the
I don't
best
think
part
they
about
know
it.
Giggling
yet.
like a schoolgirl the
Right.
entire
Yes.
time.
It's great. It's great.
That'd be perfect because the only a few times I have done online games, I always talk like this when I'm on
yeah.
the thing.
Right.
It's like that always.
Damn, that's spooky,
just
man.
to mess with them. But all right, well that sounds good. That is the Minisode number 5, I believe. Minisode number 5,
4 or 6, I don't know.
4, 16, 28. Go. We are the Fort Fritzies. You're listening to the Minisode. We'd like to thank you all for listening. Please check out Fort Fritz. You can check out the full episodes, which is completely different than this. Sound effects, storylines, and all that wacky crap. So come on, check us out on your Stitchers and your iTunes and your Google Play Musics and all those fun things. This is Minisode 5. We got over there Kaz.
Yep.
We got Nick Spry.
See you later.
We got the captain of it all, Mr. Fritz.
Hi.
And I'm Mandaddy. Thank you all very much for listening. Talk to you next time.